Riya, we are here today to have a look at your body and maybe work on a few things that you've identified already as weaknesses, and I hope to give you some insights and some findings of myself. So you were saying that you notice your body shifts off to one side.
Yes.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
So a long time ago, like maybe 2 or 3 years, I started to notice that when people took pictures of me, I started looking a bit weird, and I was trying to figure out what was off.
Yes.
And then I realized I was kind of like
turn to face that way.
So my body was like this.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And when I used to walk, it just looked completely weird. I learned to fix it, but it takes a lot of me. I constantly need to go like this.
Yes.
And then I can keep it. Otherwise, I'll fall and I'll go back to that.
Okay. So it's not uncommon for us to have one side that's more dominant and stronger than the other side. It's your left side. So are you right-handed?
Yes.
Okay. So often it'll be the more dominant hand side that the trunk is strong and leans us to that side. So we've really found, okay, you're leaning to the left, which is interesting. I'll just keep saying interesting because we're just gathering information, right, Riya? Like, that's what's so cool about being curious about your own body, is that we're trying to get information so that you can solve for a few issues and discover why your body does what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you are listening, and listening is like leaning over to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
I'd like you to roll forward and touch your toes. Okay, now I can say with confidence that your spine is moving because of imbalances, not because of bony structural deformities. And I can tell you that because when you're in this bent over position, I'm not seeing a big lump or bulge on the rib cage or in the bones of your back. So that's great. We don't have a scaffolding problem. We have a soft tissue issue. Come back up, rolling yourself up. So already, it's so much easier for us to work with the soft tissue issue. Because if it was your scaffolding, that's bony alignment. So now we need to look at, okay, what else is happening? Why are there imbalances? And how come is it your left side? And just chatting to you right the second, you're standing on your left leg, not your right. Is that something that you do regularly?
I think I do it unconsciously.
Yeah, and you model a little bit, hey?
Yeah.
So in your poses, do you have a favorite? Like, are you always turning to one side? Are you like, this is my like? Oh, I'm not sure what kind of modeling, so I'm just jumping to conclusions here.
She's telling me. I think I do shift the weight to the side a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's these small habits that could stack, and then maybe in something as small as, if the screen setup of your laptop, like you might have like a keyboard here and a screen there, or you sit on the same side of the couch, or you sleep in the same position. All those little things might add up, and then it compounds the stiffness and the shortness and the way that your body.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen, I don't know if you've got pot plants, or your mom has a pot plant, or maybe other people this will resonate with them. But you have this plant and it grows towards that window because that's where the sun is. And the plant, like a delicious monster, and it just keeps growing towards that light. And eventually, one day, it falls off the shelf.
Oh, that's never happened.
Because it's growing there and now it's changed its center of gravity and it just goes, bloop. You have to rotate your plant so that it continues to grow up, not sideways. And that's what we must do with our bodies, is make sure that we aren't exercising very specifically evenly, that we've got mixed habits and we don't always do things to one side. Okay. Yeah. So we've noticed you have this leaning to the side, and I think that we can solve for it quite easily.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do a squat. So arms out in front of you. And then you move either onto the mat or off of the mat so that your core feet aren't half on, half off. Okay, great. And then bend your knees for me. Okay, and then come back up. And you can go again. Right, so you're shifting onto the right leg a little bit. I don't know if you feel that.
No.
And then you come up. turn your face this way, and then stand up right leg only. Yes, can you feel that left hip is out? I mean, the right hip is out to the side of it. Right. Okay, so if I did a plumb line of a dot and a dot and a dot around the front, if I made like a, not a plumb line, but a line, you would feel that this hip is zooting off to the right. It's not right, like straight above your foot. Look, we women, so our hips are to the side a little bit. Dudes, their feet are like right under their hips. We have a pelvis, but it's pointing to one side. Right, change legs. It's more stable on the same leg, which is interesting.
So I've noticed something in my hips, and I think that's why I'm more stable, is I have a hip dip down, but I don't have one here. So I train more on this side to try and balance it.
Oh, you don't like it? Okay,
because I used to have a kind one, but then this was very prominent.
Well, when you say a dip, are you feeling like it's a different shape?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel this one goes out the side and this one. Can I tell you something? And you're gonna be like, no. The dip is strength.
Oh, really?
The dip is like a donga from tone, and the side that's sticking out is from weakness. If you were more tone, you would go in.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was the opposite.
Yeah, it's good, hey? But so we're gonna get both tone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, if you think about that, when dudes are standing, they have that like scooped bum, you know, like a.
Right. Yeah.
When we were 9, we had it, and then we got hips, and then they went into that space. So the glutes sort of chisel in if they're like really toned and flat. Even in some runners, like female, like really, really toned female runners, you'll see that their glutes sit like a bubble butt and they have this like sculpted side.
You still have hip dip.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna really like you know? But the rest of us, we're just a little bit more circular, you know, gluteal bunk. So that side depth, we're going to try and actually tone for that, because then that will stop you from moving like this. And when you stood on the right, the left collapsed in the waistline. So we can actually see that the spine isn't pulled taut and stable when you stand on one leg only. Okay. But it's very easy to strengthen and create awareness. Let's get onto hands and knees for me. So now you're on your hands and your knees. I'm just looking at your the muscle bulk, and when you're in this position, it's not that obviously different on the two sides. We have some rotation. So when you're in standing, your right side of your body was slightly forward, so it's like your heart was shining to the left. Yeah. And even though you're listing to the left, you're also slightly twisted to the left. But in the 4-point kneeling position, it's very subtle, and even the muscle bulk on either side of your spine. So I don't think we need to throw around that term scoliosis. And I'm not allowed to tell you that you have it anyway. It's like beyond our scope. So we don't do that. But it's not, there's no twisting curvature. It just seems like muscle imbalances, which is cool.
Are you doing arms? So just my arm?
No, so in the middle here, between the shoulder and the hip, this left side of your body is collapsing in towards itself, either because of weakness of the right hip or because of weakness of the middle of your torso. So we still have to decide why it's happening. But what we're seeing is that this left side is shorter and more compressed in weight bearing. But when you come to 4-point kneeling, it's not as obvious. Okay, which makes me think that it's all arrows are pointing towards this right cheek. Okay, so you're going to lie down on your stomach for me. Hands under your forehead and rest. All right, I'm going to dig into your side body here and dig into your side body there. Okay, so you'll feel that I got quite far in on this side. Did you feel?
Yeah.
Yes. And I can feel that there's a lot of tightness and tone on this left and this muscle bulk on the left hand side. You're going to bend your right knee for me.
Like up.
Yes, and then take heel to bow. Okay, maybe a quadricep stretch, but it's not that it's too tight there. Let's do the other side. No problem. You're going to bend the right knee again. And you're going to use your bottom, clench it first so that my fingers get spat out your back. Really give it a tight tuck. And then push your knee to the ceiling. Lift your knee. Yep. And relax. And do it again. Lift me off the floor. And relax. Okay. Let's do this side. Clench the cheek, bend the knee. And then try and lift your knee off the floor. And relax. And can you lift even further? And relax. Okay, so hip extension, we're going to work on that for strength. Could you feel it was like power?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you're going to go onto your left side and face forward. So you lie on your left. And you're going to rest your head on your left hand. Yes. And take your right leg to straight. So straighten the top leg. Bottom leg, you're going to bend forward. Good. Now I'm going to test the strength of the spine.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to take the foot back like that and straighten it. Yes, it's off the mat. Oh, yes, there. And rest your head completely. Okay. So I'm already watching your waistline. And I can notice that the spine wants to just kind of flop. It's not all even. Can you feel?
Yeah.
Like this is dropped and then that's bunching. So if you think about your shoulder needing to live under the other shoulder, then this side of your body must get longer and that leg must get longer and you actually have to get more of a waistline. Now your spine is like a straight line, horizontal to the floor. So we call it your box. The shoulder, then the shoulder, and the hip, then the hip. And you must keep your rectangular box a box. Don't let the top of the box collapse and the bottom of the box stretch out. Okay, so you're going to nip in and pull up here and straighten this right leg again and get that shoulder there, rest your head. Okay, cool. So now your box is engaged. Then when you move your leg, you're going to lift your foot up to the ceiling a little bit and down. Your box mustn't change its shape. Can you feel? Lift and lower. Okay. So now, when you're exercising your limbs, it's not at the detriment of your box. You got to learn to make a box all the time. When you're standing, when you're kneeling, when you're lying down on your back, when you are sitting, you need a box. So I'm going to test your bum strength. You're not going to drop your box. Hand on your heel. Push your foot towards me like this and down again. Ready? Push. Keep going. And down. Go again. Push, 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 push,
Oh
push.
my gosh.
And down. So what the tendency that people tend to have here, so what they do, is they use the whole body to lift the leg and then they shrink their hip down like this. So we've mitigated that. We have kept your box and you are using and isolating just that bum dent that we're going to try and create it. Okay. So you need to do lots and lots of these, but not if you're using your whole body, only if you're isolating. And in the beginning, when we do these, it's more just for your brain to realize that this is a muscle that needs to be learned how to work. And we're going to move from what we call open chain to closed chain soon. Okay. So this is nice. It's going to burn. It's like Jane Fonda, burn the bum, feel super productive. And then I need to take that feeling and make sure we do it with a closed chain exercise so it becomes functional because you don't walk like this. You need to learn to use this muscle when you stand. Okay. Move over to the other side. You're going to sit up for me and flip your head that side so that you're always facing away. Yeah. So we lie down. You're going to set up this box. And so your shoulder's on top of your shoulder. Your waistline is engaged. Your leg is long. The bottom leg's pulled up towards your chest. Good. And you care that your hip is on top of your hip. So you've got to get this waistline longer on this side. So a little bit longer. Yeah. So I expected this one to collapse, to not to be quite collapsed, but actually it feels quite jacked up. Hey. Yeah. All right. So you need a longer waistline on this side. Yeah. And the ribs are in. Do you feel how I'm actually like prying your body open? So I need to stretch this top end of your box. And how you can stretch the top of your box is by shortening the bottom of your box. Okay, right. So we get that leg longer, longer, longer. You're going to battle not to use this. Can you feel?
Yeah.
But that's okay. So it's nice and long in the leg. And then we're going to test your strength. Ready? Push up against me. Push, 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 push. Take it back slightly. Push, 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 push. Keep pushing. And down. And again. How does this one feel?
It feels kind of easier.
Because it's stronger. Okay, again.
Actually, much easier than the other side.
Okay, so we have a stronger glute on the left compared to the right, but both still need to be stronger than they are. Right, so it's winning compared to the right, but both still need some help. So we're going to move on to another exercise for you to strengthen this.
Okay.
So I think that if you strengthen your glutes, it'll help you stay on your feet and keep strong on your feet, but we still need to address the two imbalances between the two sides.
Okay.
So definitely some bum strengthening.
On my right side.
Oh. No, just do both. Let's go onto your right elbow. I'll show you a nice exercise to do for this. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone. You're going to bring your elbow underneath your body. Yeah, hands slightly in front like this. And then you're going to bend both knees, please. Okay, go into a plank, but your plank is on your knees and your elbow. So you're going to lift your butt.
Right.
Yes. Okay, lift your left hand to the ceiling and shove your hips forward for me so that you're in a straight line. Okay, you feel how hard that is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, just take a look at your elbow. It might need to move further out. I think it might be too close to your knee. So come down, put it a little bit. Yes, that's enough. Not too much. And let's go and lift. Lift your body up. Shove your hips forward for me. Go more forward and look forward with your eye line. Great. Make the box so ribs are in. Bum is in, tuck your tails, shove your pelvis forward. So press it. Yes, feet on the floor. That's quite tough to do. Hey.
Yeah.
All right, so this is hard enough, but you're a boxer. That's great. Straighten the left leg. Now lift your left leg up and down. Keep your box. Now we're working this leg. Can you feel?
Yes.
You've got to push the knee into the ground and shove your tail forward. Close your ribs top and close your ribs bottom. And then lift the leg. And you're going to do it about 10 times. That's it. Don't let this open. Close it forward. Roll. Yes. And keep squeezing your glutes. And your last one. Let's say it's 10. And then come down. Other side for me.
Oh my god. I'm feeling died.
I know. Because you're doing the things your body needs. So then they feel like the worst deaths of despair.
I never realized how underwater some of my muscles are.
Bend the knees and then lift your pelvis up while your right hand reaches for the ceiling. Tuck the tail and shove the pelvis forward. So tuck your bum. It's push forward your hips. Yes. And get into a straight line from your head. So I'm going to pull your head back slightly. Yeah. So from your head all the way to your knees, and you're going to push your bum forward more. Good. Now close your ribs in. Yes, like you're between two panes of glass, and the glass is squashing together. Straighten your right leg. Good. I'm going to bend this knee a bit more. Great. How does this hip feel?
I'm going to say it's okay for now.
Okay, you're not shaking as much.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it as much as I was last time.
Yeah. Lift the right leg up and down. Okay, this right leg's cheating. Can you feel? Lift it. It's working here. Get this bum to work. Back. Taking the leg slightly back and lifting it straight there and down. Do you feel that?
Oh no.
Okay, now shove the pelvis forward. Close your ribs because that's what you're flaring. And keep this hip forward. Let's lift the leg. Don't need too far back. Close your ribs, hon. Yeah. So you're going to keep going. On the glass. I'm squashing you here. Draw in your abs. Tuck your bum. Yes. Good. Yes, quite. So you see the sneaky little cheats that our body does.
Yeah.
It's a different exercise on the side. So the bum on the bottom is working. It's doing its job. The leg on the top is taking every which angle it can do. It's opening your pelvis. It's doing whatever it can to not do the line that works your right bum. But luckily for us, the leg that you are planking on is the one I care about more. So Yeah, it's like a foolproof one. So even though the right leg's doing all sorts of naughty things, the planking leg one in this exercise is the one that's a closed chain glute medius exercise. When you did the plank on the other side, we were working the correct cheek. So can you feel?
Yes. Yeah.
And then you actually need to record yourself doing it so you can be like, I'm twisting like a pretzel. Why is my box not straight? Oh, I'm a sneaking little cheese. I'm running away from work. And you get to do it better and better.
I think I didn't realize it before because I also used to do Pilates by myself, and that's the problem because you have no one correcting you. So like I even did these moves before,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize like I'm working another muscle on one side and the other side.
Well, the body is looking for equilibrium, not necessarily looking for absolute alignment. So when you are, let's go onto hands and knees like Superman. When you are looking for equilibrium, lift opposite arm and leg. That might feel balanced, but you could be twisting all sorts of things in the middle. So you want to make sure you square your shoulders, you square your hips, your ribs are pulled in, then you push into knee with your pelvis. You push your right foot into the floor, and you keep, no, that's your left. Sorry, lift your left. Push your shin into the floor. Can you feel like if you push into me,
Yes.
now you're working this cheek, and you're trying to keep everything even in the middle. Come down and do the other side. Lift. So you might go, oh, I'm balanced, but you need to lead to the right this time. Lift the right hip. Close the ribs, they're flaring. Lift that foot. Good. Do you feel?
Yeah, I can.
And then come down. So the body's looking for balance on either end. It doesn't mind that the spine is skew in the middle, as long as the two end weights feel like they can be held up. You need to care about the quality of the middle. Okay. Go onto your bum base this way. So you get this. Arms out in front of you. Knee halfway back for me. Good. Now make a box. So you want to even out your spine, but close your ribs. Good. So your spine must be round, but the shoulders and the hips are at the same even points, even though the spine is round. You feel your feet want to lift. Push your toes into the floor, all 10. Make sure the 10 toes are pushed evenly. One foot might feel lighter than the other. You're going to make sure you're in the middle of the mat. Open your right hand only to the right hand side. Don't let your feet lift. Don't look at your hand, just look forward. Did you lean over?
Yes.
So pull yourself back to center. When you open your left hand, your bones of your back mustn't veer off where they are in space. Lean back a little bit more, roundness. Feet. Both feet. Close that hand. This is cool. This is good for you. So you lean back in the middle of your mat into roundness. Your feet press into the mat and you open one hand. Look at that. Push. Push the feet. And then close that hand. Push your feet. And open the leg. Now, did you feel you dropped the shoulder? So you got to keep that stretch of your spine in the middle. So if you turn and face forward, if you keep your head lifted off of your seat and you just think of your bones of your back stacking one on top of the other, then you can, so you plan for the spine to be straight. You can check in with the shoulders. You can check in with the ribs in the middle, or you can check in with the pelvis on either side. And then when you do an exercise, just bend your knees, lean back in roundness. So you still keep your head in the middle, your spine in the middle, arms out in front of you, feet press into the floor, and you turn your palms to face one another, and open just one hand out to the side. You don't let your feet lift. So you care about the traction of the spine and roundness, and close that hand, and then do the other side, and close that one. And so by doing these checks, you're going to train. You can come yourself up to seated. You're going to train yourself to be aware of the distance between your hips and your ribs, your two shoulders, the bones in the back, pulling off one another. And you will get that two-way stretch, because Pilates is about taking your feet in that direction and your hands in this direction. And if you draw yourself out, you'll even yourself out. Yeah. So even when you're lying on the mat, you must draw yourself out. Lie on your back. You're with your head that side. Bend your knees. And then, so you're lying on the mat and we haven't even done anything. You need to draw your head that way. So your chin can remain in, but you must just imagine my hands are gripped around your jaw and I'm actually dragging your skull. Cool. And that we've tapped your coccyx down in the middle of the mat and you trying to get a little bit longer out your pelvis. So that when you take the ruler and you measure your rib to your hip, you can feel that the waistline is even on the two sides. Then anything you do here, whether it's lift one arm and swap, or lift one leg and then the other, you check your waistline. Okay. And you make your box even. So what we can do for you is just check the leg length, because that's like a big one. So I want you to lift your hips up off the floor, come down slowly. Good. And then I'm taking your feet out and I'm going to drag you a tad and look at your heels. As like if I say it's like a millimeter or two, most of us have a leg length discrepancy, and it comes from the waist. But it's not Captain Obvious down here. I will feel on your hip bones and even lying here. Your hips are living more right than your shoulders. So, because you did the pelvic curl and you came up and you went down, when you came down and you realize it, but you came down to the right. Feel the mat distance. How much pinky is? See the pinky? Feel the difference?
Oh, yes, like that.
Yeah. It's like this much. It's not a lot, but you're going to have to check for that. So, bend your knees in. Lift your hips up. When you come down, lay your spine in the middle of your mat. And now feel your hip distance from the edge of the mat. So don't even straighten your legs from there. Just feel. You'll be able to tell if you time it, if you take your hands at the same rate and one hits the edge before the other, you're not in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, you're in the middle now. When you came down straight. And so you're in the middle. And if you're going to lie on a mat in a group setting or at home, you can do your own test. Okay.
I didn't realize I didn't come down.
You come down with you.
Oh my God.
So it's not in the leg length. It's in the middle. It's like maybe it's where you are in space. And we can reprogram where you are in space. There's the different stages of learning. One of the first stages of learning is when you become conscious of your incompetence. So in the beginning, you don't even know you're bad. You're so bad, you don't know you're bad. And then you go, oh, I'm bad. That's the first step of going, cool. So if we consciously check all the time, you will start to get the next step, which is a conscious competence. You're really aligned when you're concentrated. So you can intervene and you can make sure. And then that will compound. And eventually you don't have to think about it. You'll just be more aware, better about your alignment.
I hope for that day comes soon.
Well done. We are done with your intervention.
Thank you. I think when I came here, I didn't realize what was actually not right in my body. Now that I got up as well, I can feel my back slightly. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels more secure, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel like I'm waking up weirdly. It's like I'm actually waking up.
Maybe got a bit more length.
I
A little bit more high. Yeah, there's a lot of things we can do. I think the variety of movement is going to be good for you. So I'm not saying you're only allowed to do these exercises or these exercises. I actually want your takeaway to be check in with your blocks, your shoulders and your hips, and the spine needs to grow like a plant up directly to the sky. So whatever you're doing, just make sure, do I know where I am in space? And then I want you to do as much variety as you can with your movements. Or even if it's a single leg deadlift, is my box. It's great.
Okay. Thank you.